EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Cade York to kick off for the Browns.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, 28 yards on the ground. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching them try to take away that area of the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A gain of 22.
First down, Bills.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On 2nd down, Cook. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Solid start here on their first drive. A little bit of run, a little bit of pass. Nice run there. Moving it methodically, keeping the defense on their toes.
Yeah, exactly right, because people think about a balanced attack, which is what we're seeing here with the runs and the passes, and only from the offense's perspective. But this really messes up a defensive coordinator's play calling. His rhythm is is all out of whack because he can't load up against a run or a pass and try and get a big play.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Ready up.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
1st and 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. The Browns at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Watson changing the play. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long, it's Watson. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll work down inside the 45. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 59!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And Walker has it. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
The score, Bills 10, Browns nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And complete right side to Cook. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Buffalo.
James Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Bills 17, Browns nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
To number 16. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Reset.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
And the Bills' first down.
We're back, baby. We're pushing.
Cook up the gut. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side to Lamb. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
19, Tiger, 19, Buffalo 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Cook is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They try again with Cook. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Hey, no timeout.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They run again with Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 99 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Second down and 8.
19. Come 19. Come 19.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Cook running right. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Watson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to, and from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
38 yards on the play. 1st down, Bills.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Cook again. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go. Let's go right here. Check go.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The kick is
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Kickoff for Buffalo.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bills. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Bills on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. It's a gain of a yard, and the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Cook. Down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Oh, design run for their wideout. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A 43-yard attempt.
What you got? Whatever it takes. What's the deal, y'all? It's just me and you. Let's go, man. It's just me and you. Right here. Somebody make a play. Come on.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone, and he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they're going to sack him again, the 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Got it. Ready? I'm coming after you. Here we go. 2 times. Take go.
And they take a knee. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story.